They've obviously moved more slowly than others in this area. We just had Eddie Q on stage at Peter Kafka's Code Media, and Peter's the one that wrote this story. You know, they have to find ways to entice users to use Apple TV. Now, they sell each of these products individually under subscription. I forget they're around $10 each. But, you know, the idea of bundling them together, because that's how people consume them, is probably a great one, and cherry picking off all the channels that people love. Usually with cable, you have to buy the other TV part, buy a whole bunch of TV stuff. This is sort of picking the parts that people actually want and bringing them together at presumably a lower price. But that was, Peter didn't have those numbers of the price.
Kara, isn't this kind of a step backward in a way? I mean, after all this time, Apple's saying, oh, well, you should be able to buy these channels one at a time and only the ones that you want. I mean, if the economics are going to move toward a cheaper bundle of 3 channels here, 4 there, what's to say that Starz is going to keep offering an individual app if the economics shift in a different direction? We could be back in the same cable box all over again.
Well, I don't think they're putting the whole cable box together. This is just the premium channels that people like to use. I mean, you know, I think what the whole concept around these is people could pick what they want. If they just want one channel, they can have one channel. If they want them all at a lower price, it's not an uncommon pricing technique. And I think it's also a matter of convenience. I was using Roku or the other, trying to find one show the other day, and I remember thinking, wow, this is a lot of stuff I have to go through all at once. It would be nice if it's in one place and I could buy it at once. Or else, if I don't feel like it and I don't want to watch whatever's on Starz or whatever's on the various channels, I don't have to.
Kara, how would you characterize the threat to traditional content delivery services like our own?
Yeah, well, that's the issue. I mean, the question is, the way we've been served up a lot of this content is the way the providers like Comcast and Time Warner Cable want it. That you have to, if you want one thing, you have to take the other. And of course, increasingly, that's just not going to be the case. I mean, eventually, just the way you can buy stuff on Netflix or on Amazon, this stuff is going to pull apart in a way that it's been doing, because consumers are really getting very savvy. These apps are getting very easy to use. The selection's been easier. Even in the way that you do select them, the guides are getting easier to use. And so I think that people have to think hard about the way the paradigm is. And everybody's been talking about the idea of cutting the cord. Cable companies resist that idea, but I think a lot of users are buying in this fashion and should be able to buy the way they want to buy and then figure out the pricing that works for it.
Carl, I'm a little cynical about some of this stuff.
Oh,
I mean,
no. Please blow me over with a feather.
I mean, you can't buy Game of Thrones by itself without getting the rest of HBO. I mean, everybody's bundling to an extent. It's just all these different players want to have the power. They want to have the power to make the decision what you end up buying.
You've also argued about subscription fatigue.
Yes.
That we have a limit as to how many other pipes we can all subscribe to.
Yes. Yep. There won't be a million of these, but you know, I don't know if one is so much more beneficial to the consumer than the other. We'll have to see how it plays out.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.